Good morning and welcome again to the Teacher's Wake Up Call. Today's video, I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't really have a proper script, but this is actually a response video to Wheezy Waiter, aka Craig, and I forgot his family name. Hi, Monsieur Wheezy Waiter, je suis Madame la Prof. I'm a French second language teacher in Quebec, Canada, and I enjoyed your last video about setting goals, and I wanted to respond to that because at the same time this response can actually apply to whoever's watching more or less regularly my little channel. Goals, they have to be flexible. You have to look at a goal, yes, as an end point to whatever path you're choosing. And I don't want to necessarily question your ultimate goal of being an awesome space baby, but that could be the topic of another video. But you have to understand, and I think you do, but I think we all do, whatever goal we set in our life, we have to realize that potentially that path towards the goal might have several obstacles. And if we don't have that mindset to tackle those obstacles, to face those obstacles, and to be flexible around those obstacles. I mean, I don't know, maybe you kind of do one of those split leaps, you know, you jump and you do the splits when you jump over. I don't know. Now, I don't have the awesome skills that you have in doing video editing, so I want you to imagine, you know, doing a split leap over your goal. You have to show flexibility. You have to be able to say to yourself, if I can't reach that goal, what can I do to reach it? Or will I be happy even though I can't reach it, whether I can't reach it in the allotted time frame that I'm giving myself, or in the exact way that I want to, and to tie it in with what my students are, you know, going through and living through. Many of my students are in grade 11. Some people watching might already be in college, maybe in university, or maybe you are a fellow educator and you have a plan, you know, what we call in educational jargon like a macro plan, you know. And you have in your head the end result. Now, sometimes if you play your cards right and you've planned properly and you've prepared yourself and you have all the tools necessary, you reach that end goal. That gold. Yes, there will be gold at the end of your goal. I need more coffee. But what happens if you don't reach it? Are you still going to be happy? Are you still going to be satisfied? Are you going to enjoy the process and the time you spent trying to reach that goal, or will it be the end of you, right? And talking from experience, you are allowed to feel annoyed, upset, sad, depressed. You're allowed to question every single thing you've done up to that point and then wonder, was it worth it? So, and that's where your mindset comes into play. You have to create that headspace where it's okay to fall flat on your face and be inches away from that goal and still not be able to reach it, and be okay with it. And be okay with it. It's hard. It's hard. It is brutal. It is absolutely devastating, psychically, emotionally, mentally, to know that it's out of reach. And I'm not saying you have to be okay with it and be happy with failure. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you have to redefine failure. It means accepting the L, taking the L, as the youngins would say, take the L, and then redefine your next actions. It's learning from it. You know, it's all about the learning process. It's all about learning. It's understanding what your weaknesses are and work on that. And I hope what I said makes sense, because I don't think this is going to be a very long video. So goals, objectives, there has to be some flexibility. There has to be some, you have to be able to adjust. You have to be able to modify when necessary, because that's life. You cannot stay stagnant. You cannot stay in a static position. You have to be dynamic. Once again, Monsieur Wheezy Waiter, add in all of those little things that make your video so unique. But yeah, so coming from an expert on not always reaching, and like sometimes you do reach your goals and it's so satisfying. You have a vision in your head and it's awesome, and that's also great. But we also have to enjoy, or at least find some pleasure. And it's funny saying like that in not reaching it and just saying no, I'm gonna get to it. It's just, it wasn't my time. Not now, not yet. And build your happiness on that constant growth. So yeah. So on that lovely note, folks, have yourselves a lovely Tuesday. If you have a cup of coffee, if you have a cup of tea, enjoy that too. Talk to you soon. Bye.